Hey, how
Hey
we doing?
guys.
Or you
Yeah,
should go
it's
first. I
me.
mean,
Shut up for a
alright,
second, please.
alright, you fucking asshole. All
Shut,
right,
please, for one
okay.
second.
I'm
There
just,
you
I'm
go.
just trying to get
There
my
you go.
voice.
Okay, you've already wasted 16 seconds of our time. 16 seconds.
Or fuck off and just do the intro.
All right, fine, fine. I don't have like a song planned or anything. It's just. Want to improvise a song?
Well, no, it's just not in the budget. First of all, so
Okay, I don't.
oh
Don't
no,
don't bring up the budget.
I'm. You never said I couldn't bring up the
It's
budget.
it's $0.
More or
We
less,
are
more or
a
less, but
we are a
independent
freelancing
studio.
independent studio,
Mm-hmm.
located in two separate homes,
Yeah,
um,
and
in
the
a
same shitty island, or
in a
on the same
rural
shitty island.
area, not in a city, a very rural,
Rural. That's a fucking hard word to say when you think about it. Rural.
The English
Rural.
language is very stupid.
It's
sometimes.
fucked. Well, I mean, not as fucked as Old English, where it's like
Yeah, that's
some
shit.
words you can
Have
understand.
like, it's spelled like so weird, but it sounds pretty much the same.
yeah, it's kind of weird. And they also have like a weird accent.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Very-
It's weird.
very kind of like Irish.
Yeah, it's like a mixture
Kinda.
of British and Irish.
Yeah.
So
it's
Scottish.
very Scottish.
I guess that's how it'd be, right?
Yeah, it all stems from that, the Germanic language. Anyway,
We're off to a really bad start.
we haven't done the intro.
Shit, we'll do
I'm
the intro then.
I'm Andrew, most
Boz.
commonly known as Andrew, and this is. You want to say who you are?
Oh, I am Bosmo. You can find my YouTube channel at Bosmo or
Shout
Nigel.
Anyway.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we're doing just a little podcast here because I'm bored.
Oh, fuck you.
My gaming this is the My Gaming PC is Dead podcast.
God, it's been
Um,
dead for like 3 months.
It's been dead since March.
Okay, that's a
the
bit
end of
more than
March.
3 months. Now that I think
Yes.
about it.
4 months. Jesus. It's been a while.
Oh.
It's just been sitting here dead for 4 months.
It looks nice
I-
though. It's
I-
a nice set piece.
I bet when it comes back it's gonna be like, why am I alive again?
I died for a reason.
Yep. It's not gonna be happy.
Oh God.
So yeah, for those who don't know, my PC has been dead.
That's pretty
quite
much
a while now.
That's we were just talking about that. I mean,
It
you don't have to
celebrated
like.
the 4-month anniversary 3 days ago, I believe.
Are you seriously
So-
keeping track of it?
I think it was the 23rd of March because it was around the time I had a project due that was on the 23rd. So I'm
Huh.
pretty sure it was like the same day.
Well, that's lovely.
Projects because we weren't still in school like responsible children.
We're not
Um,
children. Cunt.
Legally.
Fuck
we-
legal standards, dude. Fuck the government, am I
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, that's how you know we're teenagers. We're rebelling against the government of the United
God,
States.
I rebelled so hard today that when I came home, I had the biggest shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you want to
And
further
that-
elaborate on that?
It smelt like freedom
What did you
of the
rebel?
Well, I went to Costco, and I just
We live nowhere near a Costco. There's no Costco. The nearest Costco is in Boston.
no,
which-
actually, Boston's closer than where I was. So
I
was like,
oh yeah, right,
okay,
right,
no,
right. Because
pull
yeah.
pull up a picture of Massachusetts quickly. Could you do that for me?
do what?
Pull up a picture of like a map of Massachusetts.
Yeah. Okay. Want me to pull one up right now?
Yeah.
A map of good old Massachusetts.
Yeah. Tell me when you see a map.
I have Google Maps.
No, just look up Massachusetts and go to images.
All right.
It's not that hard.
I mean, Google Maps is a map.
Fuck Google Maps.
All right, I found a map. Now, what would you like me to do with said map?
Well, you see, like, how in Massachusetts, like, near, like, the rectangular part, there's just one little, like, tumor sticking out at the bottom?
Yes.
That's where I was.
Is that where you were?
That little tumor of Massachusetts is where I was located.
Oh, wow. That's pretty far from the good old Cape.
Yeah. It's not that great of a place, to be honest.
Yeah. Massachusetts in general isn't that great of a place to be in.
No. No, not really.
It's just old people in Boston.
And it all goes back to the government.
All goes back to the fucking Pilgrims.
Alright, well, I mean, if you want to go that far back, yeah, I mean, it's really all their fault.
Yeah, if you want to even go further back, it was England's fault for having a shitty government that was not separated by.
That's why this place is called
church
New
and state.
England, because it's just shitty.
Yeah. You know what? I was down in Mexico City. I'm gonna tell the people this because they don't know me, and they don't know my life. But I was in Mexico City, visiting people, visiting family, and
Good old Mexico.
my cousin, he told me, or he didn't tell me. My other cousin told me that he refers to Massachusetts as Chaffachusetts, and Chaffa means like similar or like copied. So he means that it's just like a
Copy of England.
Not original. It's not original in any way. And he's right. Massachusetts is just a copy and paste of like
England.
England.
Yeah, New
Just
England.
without the accent. Yeah, that's why it's New
called
England.
New England.
New
Fucking
England.
hell. It's in the fucking name.
It's not even new anymore. It's pretty old.
The more you know.
More like it's just New England, more like used England. Am I right? Am I right?
That was fucking terrible.
don't leave me hanging.
No, that was terrible. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Well, I tried. You know, it's not that easy talking and trying to make jokes at the same time.
I know, but
Like-
you can try a little harder. I mean, honestly. Like, what the fuck was that?
I just sound like my wife in bed. Get it? Because okay, I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
All right,
Please.
That was bad.
That was
bad. I'm
that was
sorry.
worse than bad. That was just awful.
Okay, I get it. It was not of good quality.
It reminds me of your goddamn
Let's
life
move on.
sometimes. Anyway.
Move on. Anyway,
what should we talk about? You know, Black Ops 3 Chronicles, Zombie Chronicles came out a few months ago. I'm
yeah,
playing a decent amount of that.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't play it on my computer because it was dead.
Yeah, no, but you
So
had it
I
on
did
Xbox.
the Xbox, a peasant's machine, compared to the computer.
First of all, that's
And,
rude. Second of all,
Chronicles was okay, given the fact that it was a remastering of good maps,
Okay.
except for Shino
Okay.
Numa and
Oh, how dare you? You mean Zetsubo? That
Zetsubo.
was a good map. That was a
Well,
great
Shino
map.
Numa is like, I don't like it as much as the other maps. It's just not.
I guess.
It's
I mean,
just
a lot of people
full
don't.
of just Japanese people, and it's disgusting.
Okay, yeah.
No.
All right.
No, it's a joke. I'm not racist
No, I know,
towards
I
the
know.
Japanese.
No,
they
dude,
make
I know,
good
I
food
know.
and good video games.
And nothing else. And just. This will be right here. Anime is a clear sign that 2 nukes
But
wasn't
yeah,
enough.
no, just
I just want to get that out there for the people.
It's good, but I don't. It's not on the same level to me as Noct or Verduct or Kino or.
Verduct.
Ascension.
Did you just call
I said
Verduct?
Verduct.
No, you said Verduct.
Verduct.
You said Verduct.
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 Verduct
Doctor and
tape.
Toten, Verduct, Shino Numa, the Giant.
The Giant. That we played that map so much when
That came
Black Ops
out
3
fucking-
came out. Yeah.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
there was Der Eisendrachen, which I didn't
Ooh,
play much of.
You didn't
I
play a
played
lot
maybe
of
like
that.
5 rounds.
Yeah, no. Maps that you would really like. Revelations is. You've already played Revelations if you've played Kino or.
Yeah.
The only, literally the only
Revelations
original.
is,
Well, the thing about
it's
Revelations,
interesting.
the only new part about Revelations is literally the spawn room and nothing else. Well, I guess the boss fight arena,
Yeah.
if you want to count that.
Fuck, I just spilled water on myself. Oh, God.
It's getting hot in
Some-
here.
Somebody called Moses because I am drenched. God damn. What the hell?
God
I
damn
was
it.
just I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I just don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, as we were, we were saying,
I have to
we were
say,
talking about Revelations. Revelations is
you need to play more Growing Trophy. That map
I
is a
think Revelations.
masterpiece.
The coolest part about Revelations to me is the inside of the giant beast because
yeah,
there's
the
skeleton
stomach.
zombies that look fucking cool.
They're
they
not
look
really
like,
skeleton zombies. They're just really
they look like
digested.
Skeletor.
No, you have to realize in the Drag boss fight, all the zombies turn into skeletons. Like they're actually just skeletons.
That is amazing.
I'm guessing you've never seen that, but when you go to the
I have
boss,
not.
when you go to the boss fight in Drag, all the zombies are just skeletons with yellow eyes.
I love that. I love that so much.
Well, I remember because like Shadows of Evil, that was a good map, but it was. See, like I have friends.
It has fucking Jeff Goldblum.
I know, it's amazing.
Just for
I
that.
know, but the problem is that imagine playing Shadows of Evil as your first zombies map, Andrew.
Yeah, no, that's not good at all. That's
No, it's not.
not even Jeff Goldblum can make that first time experience magical. That,
No,
that
'cause,
map
like,
is not beginner friendly.
I had a bunch of friends who I played Black Ops 2 Zombies with, and they didn't play it for like the 3-year gap. And then the second Black Ops 3 came out, they jump into Shadows of Evil, and they never
Yeah.
play it again. Because
Because
it's
the giant
way too.
was like DLC, you had to pay for
No,
it, right?
you had to pre-order the game. You couldn't even buy
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You had to either get a deluxe. I think you either had to get the season pass or you had to pre-order the game. And I don't think it
Is
was.
it-
It was when
it available
Zetsubo or
for
Garod
everybody
came
now?
out. Well, no, yeah, you can buy it for like $6 now.
Okay.
But it wasn't until like Zetsubo or Garod when you could actually buy it for like $6.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the
'Cause,
giant's it's a good map.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
everyone's played it a million times.
uh-huh. Yeah.
So
and then Shadows of Evil
what's it?
is
Derize
clusterfuck.
Drag's a really good map. You know, you got the bows and the Ragnaroks, which
You got a
is
dragon.
no.
Well, yeah, you do got
No.
a dragon. You got dragon statues that replace the dogs from.
yeah, from Mob of the Dead. Yeah,
Mob of the Dead.
so you can get the first bow, the shitty bow.
I remember
But,
when I first played Der Eisendrachen, and like when I was impressed by like the graphics of Black Ops 3.
You were
Like,
just looking
the
at the mountain
background.
range the whole time.
I know. The mountain range is so beautiful. I'm like, oh my god, that is amazing. That
The
it looks
most-
that good.
The
But,
best
like,
thing. Oh wait, I'll let you finish.
It's just that like I looked at that so much because it's always been like an interest of mine in video games, like how they ever since Mario Sunshine, because Mario Sunshine, since it takes place on an island, you can see all the other locations from each course, which I always thought was really cool. So ever since then, I've been like very observant of
Right.
the backgrounds of video games and skyboxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like blown away by Der Eisendrachen because it looks
Right.
it looks so good.
I'll
But
tell
then
you,
I started to realize like
I'll tell you
What?
what's shitty. Mafia 3's skybox is the shittiest thing I have ever seen in my life.
is it
It's
really?
like a
I haven't played much
PNG
of Mafia 3.
It's a PNG cloud.
Oh god.
It's just, it's like, it's
Is it
not
like
even,
kind of pixelated if you squint?
Well, no, it's not. It's not. No, you can't see pixels. It just looks wrong. It just out of place. It looks way too close to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, continue what you're saying with Horizon Drake.
But like I started noticing that like the background is static. Like the
Yeah.
clouds don't move at all. And I'm like, why Why couldn't they have made it so the clouds moved? Because in GTA Online, the clouds move, and I don't think cloud physics are that hard to program anymore.
Well, you have
because
to
there's
realize, like Max Computer, aka Little Sparrow, he could run GTA 5 perfectly, but not Black Ops 3. So Black Ops 3 is a harder game to run on your PC, if believe it
Yeah,
or
I
not,
guess so.
because there's more. It's newer, but
But it still looks good. I was just it's very OCD.
yeah,
It just it just bothers me a bit that the clouds don't move.
the most beautiful part of Horizon Drac is when you beat the Easter egg and you blow up the moon, so that when you look at like the skybox, it's like a shattered moon along with everything,
Oh, that's cool.
and it looks really cool.
I have not done the
that's-
Easter egg.
That's about how.
Horizon
No, you haven't.
No.
You meant the
No, I have
giant.
not.
You've done the Easter egg for the giant.
Oh, okay. The giant. Yeah, the moon is like, isn't the moon the moon and the giant bothered me because it's it's
Oh,
very
yeah, it's a
close
little-
to the ground, and also it's like a 3D model, and it looks a little weird against the background.
Dude, if you're annoyed against that, have you seen Black Ops 3 Zombies on the Xbox 360?
Isn't like the only map available Shadows of Evil?
No, they did get the giant in there, but it looks worse than Black Ops 2, Black Ops, and World at War somehow.
They like purposely made it look shitty so people would go and buy an Xbox One.
You know, it didn't even have the campaign with it. Oh, so would you like to see a picture from good old Xbox Shadows of Evil, Xbox 360 Shadows of Evil?
Sure. Lay it on me. Let's look at this turd. Oh God. Wow, that is bad.
And not gonna lie, the giant looks worse.
They put the giant on there too. I thought it was only Shadows of Evil.
No,
that
no.
made it,
You know, if you would listen to me, I did say that they did add the
Alright, I'm
giant.
sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay.
Cunt.
Jesus.
Anyway, they did add in the giant, and it looks bad. It looks worse than the World at War version, and it looks worse than the Black
Really?
Ops remaster.
Wow.
It looks like a GameCube game. I'm not gonna lie. This game,
Well,
this game could run on GameCube. Oh, I just slammed my cabinet.
Oh wow, that is bad.
Yeah.
That is really shitty.
But you know, it did give us birth to the best meme to come out of the zombies community.
Oh yeah.
Last
What
gen
would this mean be?
Richtofen. From the Shadows of Evil cutscene. Yes, they had the
Oh, doesn't he have like black eyes?
Yeah, he does.
Just, like,
Hold on, let
soulless
me just...
black eyes.
Here is Richtofen from the Shadows of Evil Easter.
Oh my God,
Black
that
Ops
is
3.
terrifying. Oh God.
God, I fucking love Last Gen Richtofen so much.
Ugh.
God, it's just so... This should not exist.
It's like they did such a shoehorned or not a half-assed job.
Oh, I
on
forgot-
that
I
game
forgot.
deliberately.
Horizon Drac is on Xbox 360.
It is? What the fuck? Why
no,
would they even bother?
I don't understand the 360. They released Horizon. They released the first map pack and then nothing after that.
They just like they were told like you gotta make a 360 version because the 360 is still played by a lot of users, and then they're like, ugh.
No, it was a different studio that made it entirely.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So do you like
Oh
that?
my God, Nikolai looks like a pelican
He does.
with no eyes. Why does he have no eyes? Do the
I
characters
don't
just not
know.
have any eyeballs in the 360 version?
I
That
don't
seems to be a
know.
recurring thing.
No, they do have eyes. I saw it one time. They're just like little black dots in white.
That is disgusting.
It's like they didn't even try.
The textures are
Oh,
so
yeah,
bad. Those are like Nintendo 64 quality textures.
Yeah, here's a last
Those are
gen
really
Dempsey. Good old last generation Dempsey.
Wow.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh God,
man.
why? Why does this have to exist? We could, and you have to remember, there's like, okay, so look at the. Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture out. Just like that's what's in. All right, let's pull out the Black Ops version of the good old Black Ops version of Doriz. And you're gonna be wildly disappointed.
All right.
Okay, so I want you to look at the image I sent you of the giant on Black Ops 3 on the Xbox 360.
Uh-huh.
Keep that in your mind, and I just want you to know that this is what it looked like. Well, this is what it looked like, I think, around almost 7 years ago.
Yeah, it looks a shit ton better.
Yeah, 7. They really half-assed it. But hey, that's just my opinion.
It's just because, like, 360, there's still people using it who couldn't afford a One or didn't want to switch or whatever.
Nintendo
And
Switch.
There are people who are like, I'm not switching. I don't see a point. The graphics, it's like, there's no difference. And then, like, fucking Black Ops 3, it's like, I need a new Xbox.
There's a difference.
Yeah, exactly. I bet they purposely, like, made the graphics shittier just to fool people.
And to
Like,
sell,
'cause
like
there
selling
is obviously a
consoles.
graphic difference, but it's not that much,
So,
So
I got a
I
quick
think they
little,
deliberately made it shittier.
a new rumor started with the next Call of Duty Black Ops or World at War or whatever Treyarch is going to make game,
Yeah.
that Xbox may be regaining the exclusivity.
Uh-huh.
Because so far, the last update that Treyarch put out, which was they added in the M1911, the AK-74U, and they replaced a few of the wall weapons on Kino, so it's truthful to the original.
Well, that sounds good.
It came out 2 hours early on Xbox One,
Really?
and then it came out, I think, a day later on PC. But it came out 2 hours early on Xbox One. I know the PS4, I think, is about to catch up to the PS2 in terms of sales.
Really?
Yeah. And also, I read an article the other day. They announced that console generations are going to become shorter now. Like, the last console generation, Xbox 360 and PS3, they were like really long. It was like really weird. So I think now what we're going to start seeing is like 5 to 6 year console generations.
Uh-huh.
With I don't
Well,
know.
it's
And a
just-
lot of the
it's like-
industry's sort of thing is like every year there's a new iPhone. They're gonna start doing that with
Yeah.
consoles, where like every year there's a new Xbox or every year there's a new PlayStation.
Well, it's like in the early days of gaming, like, the NES and the Atari, it's like technology was improving a lot, like exponentially back then, which is why you went from the Atari, and then, like, I think the Atari was like, what, 1970? It was like late 70s, and then NES was 83, and it was a big leap in graphics. And then you went from the NES to the Super Nintendo in, was 83 to 90, so 7 years. But to be fair,
Right.
the Genesis came out in 89, so really it's 6 years.
You know what's
6-year gap.
amazing?
What?
I find this really amazing. SNES games and NES games and 64 games, when they came out, they were $60.
Yeah.
How the fuck are games still $60? With all the money and
I mean-
production that goes into them now, how have games maintained to stay at $60?
The reason that 64 games were $60 was because they were on cartridges, which were more expensive to produce than DVDs
Right.
or CD-ROMs back then.
Floppy disks.
So 64 games are always more than PlayStation games.
Not anymore.
But that was the reason why.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Nintendo
the
used
Switch is doing
cartridges.
cartridges now.
What?
That's nice, I guess.
Um,
Nintendo, they're doing okay. Well, I mean, they're doing okay. I mean, they're doing okay right now.
their voice chat is shit. Like garbage.
We don't talk about the voice
Absolute
chat.
garbage. That is like. How do you fuck that up when voice chat has been around since the original Xbox?
Yeah, that's bad. It's pretty bad.
The original Xbox came
Like,
out
it's
2001.
really bad.
That is 16 years.
So
Or I
many
think the
chords.
online service launched 2002, so that's 15 years.
We'll say whatever. It's still like 15.
Yeah, it's still bad.
It's still bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
I don't know how you managed to
thing
do
that-
that.
Nintendo, don't buy a Nintendo Switch if you basically are trying to look for third-party games, because that's definitely its strong suit's going to be indie games and first-party.
Yeah, I mean, there was the whole thing, Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, that was supposed to be on the Switch, but then Activision downed it because they thought it wouldn't make enough money.
Yeah, and clearly with this voice chat, I mean, one of the staples of Call of Duty Online and Zombies is the voice chat, and Nintendo managed to fuck that up. I bet one of the main reasons why was because A, Activision had been screwed by Nintendo in the past, like the Wii U and the Wii, they released their games, but they didn't sell that much because it's the Wii and the Wii U.
I love Black
and
Ops
then-
2. I love Black Ops 2 on the Wii U.
Because
Because you can hold your gun sideways or upside down, like with the Wii
Yeah.
remote. You can just go bap 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 bap.
It is
Just-
amazing.
it's amazing. Oh,
realism.
God, it's such a bad game though, because it's on the Wii U.
I mean, the
And-
voice chat in that game was really good from what I remember. So I don't see how the Switch can't do that. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I
want
was saying,
Wind Waker on the Switch. Is that too much to ask? I just want.
yes, it's Nintendo. Everything's
I want Wind Waker on the Switch.
But anyway, so
Fucking.
I think two of the main
fucking-
reasons Activision pulled the plug on World War II for the Switch was one, low sales of previous games on Nintendo systems, and two, the voice chat system. Because if Nintendo
pretty
was getting,
much.
obviously Nintendo would have to show the voice system to developers so they would know how to, better implement it into their games. So I bet that they probably had a demo, they showed it to them, and then they're like, oh, so this is just the prototype, it's going to be all cleaned up, the final version, right? Nintendo was like, this is the final version.
This
And
is
then they're like,
the final version.
disapproved.
Get this shit off my desk. I don't want to see
Exactly.
your faces around here again.
And then they fucking kicked Reggie out with a really sharp boot, and they're like, get the fuck out of our studio.
Get the fuck off my set.
Just Nintendo does, and I love how like Reggie and everybody stands behind such a shittily design. Because Nintendo is on such a fucking high horse. Because like we saved the gaming industry in the '80s, like fucking that was 30 years ago. And that was only
Wait,
in America.
is Reggie really backing the voice chat?
Yes, he is.
How? How can you back that?
It's like, how are you that like?
What did he say?
I can't remember. I have to look it up right now. But it was so stupid.
Was he like,
Hold
this is
on.
the way of the future? The way of the future is
now,
having,
old man.
the way of the future is having 50 chords, and they are everywhere. I wonder if Reggie just
the
has
Switch
like a
voice chat was like if somebody at Nintendo like watched an '80s movie about the future and they're like, "Hey, that looks cool," and they fucking like, "Why don't we put that on the Switch?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, fuck it."
I would love to see someone from the 1980s like just take a time machine, go back there, and see what a Nintendo Switch would look like to someone back then. Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's a mobile Nintendo console. Draw what you think it would look like for me, and they just draw like a Game Boy, it's like a mobile Nintendo console that can play like console games. So they had the Game Boy, obviously, but
Yeah.
I feel like they would just draw like this giant fucking like box that just looked like a Super Nintendo with a screen built into it. So basically a Game Boy but on steroids. That'd be nice.
Okay. Here, this is from this 15th of June this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was around the time that it was revealed through photos on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the question. It's on the voice chat. So his response is, "We
Oh,
actually
boy.
think that the phone is going to deliver a better, more robust execution in terms of the APIs that we can build into an app. The fact that phones are ubiquitous, the fact that it allows us to do much more rapid improvements and updates to the service, which is bullshit because Xbox does it like all the time." That's why we think the phone execution, and specifically a mobile app execution, is going to be better for the consumer. And then the interviewer says, Totilo, that's his name, Totilo. I think I pronounced
Totilo.
that correctly. It's Japanese, so I have no idea. But then he says, "It just seems cumbersome that I'm going to have to plug my headset into a phone into a system. Those wires." And then Reggie
you're my-
responds.
you're
With, "So let's be clear.
No,
What you've seen in the execution by one particular supplier, that is
Oh,
not
God.
going to be the only solution."
Is
And then
this
the
hell?
interviewer,
I
the
think
interviewer
this
says,
is hell. This is hell. This is hell.
the
your
interviewer
mic,
says,
your mic is going out the window.
"Is it?"
The
Is it
noose
getting
is around.
robotic?
Yes, very. You sound like fucking Mr. Roboto again.
Hold on. Yeah, fix this.
Oh dear. Come back to me, Mr. Roboto.
That better?
Nope, not at all. Oh, we are professionals. This is the good shit. It's the good shit. So what do you guys want to talk about? Well, you know, some good games coming out this year. Destiny 2. I was playing the beta earlier today and yesterday. It's all right. It's nothing I'd write home about. In fact, it's kind of shitty. When I say that, I mean it's literally just Destiny 1. Not even with a new skin put over it. It's just Destiny 1. It's just all it is. It's just Destiny 1. But, you know, they said that was like an alpha version of the game, not even. So, I still have hope for it. We'll just have to see what happens. Call of Duty World War II, even though I'm very annoyed that it's not historically accurate, I'm looking forward to that. There's no women in the war, but whatever. What else? Star Wars Battlefront 2 looks alright. You know, that looks like a pretty good game. I think Andrew's about to come back. Everyone give him a warm welcome. Hi, Andrew.
Is that any better?
Yeah, you sound like a normal human now.
Yay. Anyways,
Welcome
I was
back,
saying.
Andrew.
Okay, so did you hear? Did you hear the thing
I
about?
was trying to keep the audience entertained.
Did you see Did you hear my response to? Or did you hear me reading the response?
Yeah, no,
to,
I heard you reading. Yeah, you got to how he thought it was.
Cumbersome.
Yeah, it was like good. All right, so let's just pick it up again and say there was a technical difficulty.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
3, 2.
we had a technical difficulty.
Oh wait, what? Oh, I was counting down, but all right.
All right, just shut up. All right. So, anyway, so he says What?
Oh, nothing. I'm
What?
sorry. I'm sorry, Valentino.
God fuck. Okay. Anyway.
Jesus.
So he says it seems cumbersome.
Retarded.
So then Reggie responds with, "So let's be clear. What you see in the execution by one particular supplier, that is not going to be the only solution. Then the interviewer asked, but it's going to require a phone no matter what? And Reggie responds with, it's going to require a phone. It's going to require a mobile device and be delivered by an app. That's what he said on that. So,
anyway,
yeah.
you know what I heard the other day about the
like
app?
to imagine that he was like ticked off. Like, but it's going to require a phone no matter what. And he's just like, it's going to require a
that's
phone.
what it sounded
It's
like.
going to require a mobile device and be delivered by an app.
Yeah, no, that did sound like he was getting really pissed off.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking, I heard this thing the other day about how the app actually, if the app has to be, you can't turn off your phone while the app's running, or else you get disconnected from your call.
Uh-huh.
And if you
That's
leave
stupid.
the app at any time to check something, it disconnects you from your call. So it has to be on the app at all times, and apparently it drains your battery like really
it does.
quickly.
It's ridiculous.
It's really stupid.
I
Game
just,
of the
why-
year.
Why? It's dumb.
All right, well, that's our opinion on that. Now, I want to talk about Call of Duty World War II for a second.
Yeah.
Zombies looks great. Looks terrifying.
Mhm.
We're definitely going to be playing that.
It's got David Tennant. That's a seller right there.
The campaign looks amazing.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about is the multiplayer, because it's one thing bugging me about the multiplayer, and I think you know what it is.
Oh, Uncle Nigel, could you please tell me what is bothering you?
There is no women in World War II.
Yes,
For
that is
both-
true.
Well, there were, but not on the two sides that are being portrayed in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, there was not women serving for the Americans or Germans on the front line. And like I
Nope.
saw in the trailer, there was definitely not black women serving for the Nazis. Because
Yep.
if memory serves me right, they were sent to Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Just pretty sure. Because they did not like them.
It's really dumb that they would do that rather than keeping it historically accurate.
The swastikas I can understand because of like money reasons and the whole censorship thing in Germany and a few other countries over there.
Yeah, but fucking Wolfenstein 2 has fucking swastikas.
Yeah, but that does I know, but the campaign for Call of Duty World War II has swastikas. It's just not the
Yeah.
multiplayer, and Wolfenstein doesn't have a multiplayer, so that saves a lot of money
But
right
they've
there.
done it
Because
before
we're-
in the past.
Because no, the thing is it costs a lot of money because if you have the multiplayer have swastikas,
Yeah.
then the problem there is that since the swastikas aren't allowed in Germany, then Germany's gonna have to run their own separate server where there's not gonna be that many people playing on it because those are the censored servers.
Yeah.
They can't play with
But-
the rest of the world where it's not censored, you know?
They've done it before, so I don't know why now they're just like, no.
What do you
'Cause
mean?
It's just they've done it in previous titles.
Yes, I know, but they were censored for Germany.
Yeah, I know, but
And it
it's like,
cost a shit ton of money.
hold on a second.
And he is gone, and now I am left to tend to my flock. I am but a simple shepherd, trying to make his way in a world where shepherds have been outcasted thanks to the uprising popularity of the pair. For you see, the pair's mortal enemy is the shepherd, and since I am the shepherd, this taking over of the pairs is not doing me very well for business here in the Appalachian Mountains. So as you can clearly see, my accent has changed a little bit, but it's fine. So to adapt to the climate, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Because for a simple shepherd like myself, it's hard to make it in a world where pairs rule all. It is dictated against the shepherd and his flock.
I'm back.
But that is... Oh, sorry, I was getting into a deep improvised story right there about a shepherd and a flock and pairs.
How am I gonna keep these in when I leave? Because that is gonna be weird. You're just gonna be talking. Well, you are talking to yourself anyway. Yes.
I've just been talking to myself about, I don't know, I was just improvising a story about a shepherd and his flock
I'll
being
release on
taken
my
over.
channels the dramatic reading by Nigel Diamond or by
Yeah,
Bosmo.
I mean, it would go pretty well with dramatic music because I was like,
Yeah, I'll do
my
it.
flock
I
is
heard something
all
about a
I have.
shepherd.
Yeah, I'm talking. Well, I was talking about being a shepherd and like the people are my flock and the world is being taken over by bears, the shepherd's mortal enemy.
Uh-huh.
And I was just going on like, it's hard for the shepherds to grow in a world run by tyranny, controlled by the bears. The flock can't survive very long.
What are you, fucking,
I was just
like, Sir
going
Ian
on for
McKellen?
like 10 minutes. pretty much.
I was
Alright.
left there to rot with the bears. I asked myself, why? Why did I not belong with them? How was I different?
Why did I knock up those 4 college girls? It
I
wasn't
mean,
really
one of them
worth
wasn't
it.
really that hot anyway. She was kind of small-breasted.
It took a lot of alcohol, but it worked.
I acquired HIV. Was it worth it?
HIV. I had sex with the ugliest woman I've ever seen and received space AIDS, or as I like to call it,
Did
spades.
the flock leave me because of my spades?
Maybe.
That's where it ends.
The flock.
Maybe.
Maybe. And it starts like zooming out of his window, and it's like a little wooden cottage in the middle of like a winter, and he's just sitting there, he's like closing the book.
It's playing like, yeah.
It's like, da-da-da,
House on the Prairie.
It's just like going away and it slowly fades to black. Like, he didn't last the winter. Like, the text comes up like, he didn't last the winter. He was found a week later by his flock dead near a body of water covered in gunshots. Unrelated to the gunshots. Man. His death was ruled by winter. He was killed by the environment.
Anyway, what were we talking about before this?
It's Call of Duty and women.
Yes, women
something like
shouldn't be
that.
in World War II because there were no women in World War II fighting on the front lines.
And that's my case closed.
Yes, black female Nazis. Right, that is
Game of the year.
entirely inaccurate.
I know what you're talking
That
about.
is just
But they make up for it all for having my boy David Tennant in the zombies.
Plus, wouldn't including black women in the Nazi army be offensive to black people because the Nazis killed a lot of them?
I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, there just wasn't black people in the Nazis, period. But
Yeah.
I mean,
So
even in the American army, there was still segregation at the time. It wasn't until Vietnam we actually started fighting with like one another.
There are people who are praising that COD World War II has black and female people, but
Well, there was
it's
black
just-
people in
it's-
World War II.
yeah, I know, but it's just on the Nazi side, there are people
There wasn't.
praising.
There wasn't.
Yeah,
period.
exactly. But there are
wasn't
people.
black
There are
Nazis.
people praising that there are black. You can praise a black female, but it's just like on the Nazi side, that should be offensive to black people because black people were killed in the Holocaust,
Right.
and so it shouldn't be a good thing. It's not appropriate that black people.
I always thought
could play as
it
Nazis.
was weird that Hitler's like master race was blonde hair, blue eyes, and he had
It was
neither.
just his fetish. It was just his fetish. Let's be
No,
honest.
Hitler had blue eyes, right? Didn't he have blue eyes?
No, he
I
had
think
brown eyes.
I thought he had blue eyes. Hold on, I'm looking at
I'm-
a picture of Hitler right now. Hitler. Oh God, no, he had black eyes. No, that's a black and white picture. Hold on.
I'm eating a sandwich right now.
Oh, I found Hitler dressed in pink with a heart instead of a swastika.
I've seen that photo. That's a great photo.
It's a wonderful photo. Wait. Yeah, he has blue eyes.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I had a picture of him killing himself. Huh. There you go.
That sandwich is gonna sound disgusting. Oh god.
It looks like a skinny Alex Jones.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Alright. I think this podcast has been going on for a long time. We're nearing the hour mark in like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
It's probably
I
do another
think-
one of these another time. Probably.
Yeah.
Getting
I
bored
think
a
this
lot.
was. I think a lot of good stuff was said today. We're just gonna fucking end on hating black women and the Nazis and not elaborating further.
That's not how you
we-
ended saying hating black women and the Nazis. That's a terrible way to end.
These fucking black women fighting for the
my-
Nazis. Get
I
the
know,
fuck
but
out of.
it sounded like you said hating black women and the Nazis.
Nothing against black women or Nazis.
I do not have
Or
anything
Nazis.
against the Nazis or black women. I just want to get that out there right now. So if there's any
If you're a
Nazis
Nazi
watching this,
and you are offended by my statement, I am sorry.
you can
you have
hit me
a
up on
great
Twitter
culture.
and we'll start a fire war.
Oh man.
And I will see you on the streets.
Yes, we will see you on the streets. That's how we're gonna end this podcast. Is we will see
Yep.
you on the streets.
That's probably how we're gonna end every podcast now,
Yeah, we will see you on the streets.
because we're
That
cool
we don't
kids.
ever go on because you get killed on the streets.
Dude,
That
what are you
was the
talking?
joke.
What are you talking about, man? We got arrested for loitering.
Really, kind of said like murder.
All right, we're hanging up
Assault.
now. All right, no, this is
Okay,
over.
yeah, this is over. We're done.
This is a failure. This is.
Yeah, this is bad.
Hey, Andrew, we're not uploading this, right?
What?